This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm joined by Jazza Dickens. First of all, how are we, Jazza?
All good, mate. All good.
Just seeing now you're in Dublin in Ireland. A little bit of training there.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix Park. I'm in camp. I'm in camp at the minute. Well, I was until recent. I don't know where I am at the minute. I found out today that he was going to be fighting somebody else. Well, I didn't find out through anyone else apart from social media, but I've been here in camp training. So yeah, I'm half my times in England and half my times in third of my times in England, Wales, and Ireland at the minute. So I'm a bit all over the place, but I've got a good gym here. I've got a good coaching Peter Taylor down to Coliseum gym here in Dublin. So yeah, I'm happy here.
I will get on to the Leigh Wood, the stuff we found out really on social media, but there's no official announcement. But we'll talk about that later on. But you were back out in April, a good win last time out. But you have said previously that your next fight, you only really want a world title eliminator.
Yeah, we had a good win against it. He was a good opponent as well. Yeah, got a good win against him, and only guy go. He's former European champion, and that was more about getting to know my coach Peter, getting to know each other to see the fits on the night, and it went perfect. Now moving forward, to be honest, I'm sick of not being world champion. Mate. That's how I feel. I'm just sick of not being world champion. Seeing other people getting their credit, what they deserve, fighters that I look at and I think, I can achieve what, and I have achieved up until this point more than he has, and a lot of fighters have done really well, and not that I'm not proud of them, but sometimes I think to myself, fucking hell, when I'm going to win this world title, because I know I've got it in me, and I will, so yeah, I need to move towards the world title fight.
Because you were British bantamweight champion 2015 to 2017, you've gone through perhaps the more conventional route where people have, you see now fighters that just go straight towards these world titles, world title regular, those sort of belts. But you appreciate it that you've done it, at the domestic level first before the world title scene.
Yeah, of course, I think uh, anyone who wins a world title, there's no easy, I don't think believe that there's easy world titles to, maybe to win, but to keep hold of. You can't keep hold of it of an easy world title. So I wouldn't ever disrespect anyone by saying, "Oh yeah, but he got easily to a world title." I turned pro at a young age. I was about 18 when I turned pro. I'm still like 18 when I turned pro, and I was on a Great Britain team, but I was only developing. I was really young, so I should have given myself more time. So I had to do it the conventional way. I started the British Masters, is it called? British Masters, English, British, and then moving on to world titles, and then come back down to European world titles again, and now I'm here where I am now. So yeah, I don't regret. I don't regret taking that route because what I've seen along the way, which a lot of fighters can't do, is go to the domestic scene, and there's a lot of tough men there in the domestic scene, especially when you're young. A lot of fighters never experience that, and when you move up the ranks, there's more skill, and you can get two fights on your skill because somebody's not so rough and rugged. But a lot of good fighters can get through. Only people in boxing will know this. Get through the domestic scene because they're just rough and rugged men. They got no skill, but they're like really physically strong and like the labourers. You know what I mean? It's like you're fighting labourers, and
Yeah.
it's hard as a young man because you're not used to it. You're fighting high caliber amateur fighters on a good level, represent your country, and then you're fighting some fella who's just got ten oxes and he's throwing you all over the place. People aren't really accustomed to it, so yeah, it was a great route to take, and I got the best of both worlds.
You are obviously, just 31 now. Is it now or never for you, or do you feel that, you know, you've still got that energy and that gut to keep on going for those domestic shots?
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't ever think that age is a concern. But
Mm.
I wanted to be now. I mean, I wanted to be yesterday. When I turned professional at 18, I wanted to be yesterday. But um, I wouldn't say now or never. But I just wanted to be now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could say that. I put that pressure on myself and I say things like that. But I know I'm very, very young. I'm still learning. I don't know if it's true about what they say about those can't learn new tricks and stuff like that. If it is, I'm definitely still young because I'm still here learning now. You know what I mean? And it's good that I haven't had the exposure recently because I'm learning in the back hands on me. So when I do fight, hopefully you'll see what I've been enough. You see the difference, you know?
There are, like you mentioned earlier, there are rumours that Leigh Wood will defend his title against Maurizio Lara on the 24th of September at the Motor Point in Nottingham. Yeah, what's your first thoughts on that?
I got that. I got that 3 weeks ago. By time this, I think this is announcement today. So by time this interview goes out, that'll probably be already out anyway. So I'm not ruining anyone's ruining anyone's day. Not like when you're watching the match and someone tells you what the score was. When you're watching match the other day.
Yeah.
I think that I got offered to fight 3 weeks ago. I was on a holiday with my family. I took off straight away to Ireland. Got back in camp. Got my weight down from the position that it was in. I said yeah. I said yeah, without even talking about what it would be financially. I just said yeah, I'll take that fight no matter what. I know I'll beat him. And I've been here training for the first for the first like week or two. I was putting pictures up on social media of me pretending I was on holiday eating junk food and stuff like that. Pictures from like 5 years ago. I was finding my phone. I was only thinking that would catch him off guard and stuff like that. Just a mind trickery that you play on yourself more than anything. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to get this fight in the head and fighting for the world title. And yeah, just nothing since. And I found out. No, people put sources say this and sources say that. Everyone's speculating on social media for the first few days. I just didn't want to believe it. First few posts that I seen. And yeah, I'm actually say that you've got an announcement to make later on today, and I know it's not, I know it's not me, so therefore it must be Mauricio Lara.
How disappointed are you of that? Because it's a fight that you've beaten him before. So have you got his number?
I've beaten him twice, beaten him in the amateurs and the pros. Yeah, but what I haven't had with him is a 12-round fight. I had a 3 rounds amateur and a 10 rounds in the Golden Contact tournament. I won a 12 round. I believe I'll stop him. I know I've got his number. That's what the case is. I know I've got his number. And the last I heard was they were going to put it to Ben as coach. So a lot of respect for these lads, by the way. I'm not trying to lift the back hand here, but put it to his coach, Ben, and we'll find out what they say. And that was the last I heard. When I heard that, I thought, I'm not going to get the fight here then, because if he's getting the choice, I know he can save face by losing to Lara, because I'm not saying he's going to lose, but he can save face by losing to Lara because Lara is still just Warrington, didn't he? So I think that he can lose to Lara and come back, but he can't lose to me again. The British public won't forgive him for it. It's very cutthroat boxing, and he won't get forgiven for fighting me and losing again. So I think that's the route that they're going to go down. But ultimately, he's just getting fattened up, for Josh Warrington. That's what it is. But he's world champion now, and he's got to take good fights. I would rather get him sooner than later because I believe I'll beat him. But yeah, sickening. The question was, how did you feel? Sickening when you get the call. You're just so happy. You know what I mean? I come out of the circus with my kids, and I had a message off Belly, my manager. Barman does a great job for me, and when he calls, I know it's good news. So I think, when he calls, I think, yes, now what's this? So he said, I think, what's the fight there against Leigh Wood, and I just listen. I had to just keep it inside, and because people were still walking out the circus, I just went on a little walk. I said to my bed, just get in the car there, I'll be back now. When I walked behind a truck where no one was, I was screaming. I couldn't keep it in. I was screaming as loud as I could, but as quiet as I could, no one of them. And I thought I really had to fight. The next few days was off then to Ireland. So that's how happy it was. How deflated it was when I found out it weren't going to be me is the total opposite, the polar opposite. And it's just soul wrenching, sickening. So yeah. But I believe that God's got a plan for me, and I get my moments. I'm good enough. I'm dedicated enough. So yeah, I will get. It'll come.
You did get a lot of us. Was that when you tweeted a few days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. Why he not want it then? You got a lot of response to that tweet. Is that when you found out, or what was that tweet about?
Well, that was only because I lost my head. that was fuck all to do with anything. That was just because I lost my head. And I thought, just fight me. You know what I mean? Just fight me. That's it. And yeah, I don't know. I think I was just clutching at straws because I know I've got his number and I want to fight him.
Because
And
you got loads of replies on that. You
I
have
know I've
back and
deleted the
forth.
post.
Say again?
I've ended up deleting it. I deleted the post. I ended up deleting it because I thought, I lost my head there a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away because if he replies a certain way and then it'll just create something, you know what I mean? I end up seeing him, won't I? And then, then I'm acting like a beaut. But no, that was just nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted to get the fight, you know what I mean? Because I've been working my ass off, been really working hard. So that's why I done that, you know.
So, if that's being said, then what is next for you? What is your next fight? Because it's not now Leigh Wood, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm signed to Pro Bellum anyway, and we got something in the pipeline which will be announced soon. Got a great team around me as well, Tony Bellew, Pro Bellum. I'm lucky really. I just go on with the what was originally Plan A. Then that was the options that came up in between. So it's just back to Plan A really. So I would be here in camp as it is anyway. So yeah, it weren't that hard training that hard and being motivated because I'm in camp anyway. You know.
How big is the fight between you and Leigh? Because this fight with Lara, I thought the original plan for Leigh Wood or the original dream was to have it at the City Grounds, to have it at the Motor Point. I don't know if it has that same gravitas to it.
To be honest, boss, I'm not too sure on the Motor Point. Is that not the football ground? No.
No, Motor Point's just it isn't like the main arena, it's just the main arena. So he's fought there before. He fought there on a next gen card, I think, last time before. Oh, well, no, actually, as well. The Michael Conlon fight was staged at the Motor Point Arena. So that's where it is, not the Nottingham Forest football ground where I thought that's where he wanted to have his dream fight.
Oh, I thought that's what he was. I thought that's where he was getting the fight. No, bit gutted for him there because you can see that he genuinely means it. You know what I mean? He really wants that. That's the dream of his. So bit gutted for him there. But maybe if he keeps over the belt, he can make that fight. Maybe he can make that. I'll fight him next. You know. Online. I think a few of the comments was something like, maybe there's a bit of a perception that I'm not that big on selling tickets and stuff like that, but I can sell a lot. I've got a big fan base myself, you know what I mean? So maybe, and he always jumps on that. It's his way of dismissing me because I know he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to again. It's his way of dismissing me that he says like, yeah, maybe don't sell some fucking tickets. You know what I mean? If we to fight, I could sell it in Liverpool. I wouldn't have to travel there. I wouldn't mind it, but I could sell it in Liverpool, you know.
Would you travel and do it at the City Ground against Leigh? That's two massive fight cities colliding in that fight.
Yeah, well, I said yeah, didn't I? I said yeah. I didn't know where it was, didn't know how much I was going to get paid, and maybe don't tell Eddie Hearn that, but that was the situation. Yeah, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. I just said yeah.
Josh Warrington as well. I don't really know what the current situation is, but with Warrington, is that a potential fight with yourself?
Definitely, yeah. We've never crossed paths. It's never really been spoke about. We've always been on a bit of a different path, but who's Josh gonna fight? You know what I mean? Who's Josh gonna fight? Maybe that he's gonna wait it out and fight Leigh Wood next, but I wouldn't mind fighting Josh instead. I wouldn't mind fighting any world champion if that's what I want, but it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, to fight Josh or Leigh Wood to keep the belt in Britain. I think that Leigh Wood is fighting Lara because obviously Matching's still got options on Lara, haven't he? Because of the situation with Josh, he will have got options put on him when he defeated Josh. His own and not silly. So I think that the ultimate goal for the zone is to get the belt back to Lara, get the belt back to Josh Warrington. So I think that's why he's going to be fighting Lara. So the belt is still with the zone. So, yeah, I would like to fight Josh as well. I've got no problem. I'll follow what the fans want. I don't like I'm not the type of fighter to start talking about financial gain and all that, and I've got no problem working with other fighters for what the British public wants. You know what I mean? But that's the fear for the promoters, isn't it? Oh, he's trying to get the title, and then he's trying to start calling shots, and he's not going to do what makes us the most money. But I would definitely fight Josh or Leigh or whatever the British public wants, because ultimately they're the they're the judge when a fight goes a certain way. You can look at the perception of the public, and they're the ultimate. They are the judge. They are the promoters. You know what I mean? They know they're not soft, so yeah, that'd be the situation. Definitely fight Chris Warrington too. I'd like to.
Even if, let's say, Leigh Wood doesn't come off in this fight and he loses the belts, is that still a fight you're interested in?
With Lara.
No, with Leigh Wood. You said you wanted world title fights, but let's say if he loses the belts, for example, are you still interested in that fight?
It's not personal, but I can only be honest and say probably not. You know what I mean? Probably not. And that's why I don't take it personal when I also get angry because it's not going my way, because you can be petulant, can't you, and throw your toes out your fan when life doesn't go your way. But ultimately I understand, look, Jazz, this doesn't suit Leigh Wood to fight you right now, so don't be getting angry. It's not personal. If he didn't have the world title, I would probably be saying, well, I've already beaten him twice. No point fighting him again. What have we got to prove? You know what I mean? If the, my God, if it's towards a world title, definitely. I would happily fight even Michael Conlan in a world title eliminator, because there's a great little force in there. You know what I mean? Maybe he could even do something like that where I can fight Michael Conlan, and then the winner, he deserves the world title shot. You know what I mean? And the belt stay around Britain, stuff like that. I think that's important, of the belt stay around Britain, because British boxing's in the best position I've ever been. Taking my hat off to the likes of the zone who've done a great job. But ultimately, I do believe that it's the ground from having two heavyweight world champions. I think that's why we've got the scene that we've got right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely believe that fighting the British fight there, the world title eliminator or the world title is what I want. Right?
That's a massive fight between you and Conlan if that ever came off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I know that he will probably. Well, I don't know, but I would assume that he would probably want to take the fight. Who else is he going to fight as well? And same situation to me. Like, who else am I going to fight in the top 10? Get a world title fight, he'd be perfect.
Well, cheers talking to Boxing Social, Jazza, and have fun on your run. We'll catch up soon, mate.
Thank you for your time, mate.